I'm excited to invite you into a very, very special place. This is Hatchard's in London's Piccadilly. It's one of the oldest bookshops in our capital, built in 1797. As part of the Dior Book Tote Club, I'd like to welcome you inside. You come into a bookshop and you just see everybody's interests. You just follow people's minds. All the little whims that go off in all of our brains, followed to the ultimate degree by these authors, and it blows my mind, really. This is Jack Kerouac's On the Road. I was on a road trip with my father, and we went to the west coast of Scotland, which is remote and wild, and the house that we were staying in had a very interesting collection, small collection of books, and one of them was this one. It's travel, it's sex, it's drugs, and maybe it was way too adult for a 14-year-old. In fact, it definitely was. So am I ready to see if this book still stirs me like it did when I was 14? I think I am, and I'm going to reread it. Here's my second book. I wanted to talk about Slouching Towards Bethlehem, which is a collection of essays by Joan Didion, who's one of the most concise, pertinent observers of people. One of the essays in this collection that I love is her essay on self-respect. She says, although to be driven back upon oneself is an uneasy affair at best, rather like trying to cross a border with borrowed credentials. Nice. It seems to me now the one condition necessary to the beginnings of real self-respect. Most of our platitudes notwithstanding, self-deception remains the most difficult deception. The tricks that work on others count for nothing in that very well-lit back alley where one keeps one's assignations with oneself. It's always worth spending time with Joan Didion. She was curious, and I think curiosity is where freedom lies and interest lies. The third book that I'm going to put in my book tote, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is truly one of the most brilliant, devastating, magnificent novels I have ever read. It is a book that will make you cry. I don't know how she wrote this book. It's one of those books that you think, how did this come out of you? How have you made these people we care about so blisteringly? How have you done this? It's a book I didn't want to leave behind. I'm going to slip into my bag. Oh, we're coming to the children's section. Oh, we didn't even talk about children's books. But there are so many here that I would put in my tote. The Apple is Everything. That's a book for me. One of my favorite things in life are apples. I love all their complex shapes and tastes. Well, I've just learned something that in French, tomber dans les pommes is to faint, which is a very nice expression. I need this book in my life, I'm afraid. Whenever I'm missing England, I read Thomas Hardy. That is The Mayor of Casterbridge. This is a terrible story about a man who sells his wife. It's a moment of total irrational hubris. I think I've never been interested in speed reading because I like the sound of the words. I don't want to just read for information because I think part of the meaning is in how words work rhythmically. You know, the other really magical thing about the Dior Book Tote Club is that we are shooting in a bookshop after closing, which has a very special feel about it, because there's nobody here. I've only recently discovered how brilliant graphic novels are. It's about women in their 50s falling out of love with their husbands, going dancing, meeting men. It's about sex and work and frustrations, and it's just not what you would expect at all. Books move you, but it's also really wonderful when books make you laugh. It would also be a good present for my mum on Mother's Day. The wonderful thing, of course, in a bookshop, you can travel the world while sitting still. And I know that in here is an invitation to spending time in some interesting company.